Hi AP Langers, how's it going? I miss you guys. This is crazy, but we're chugging right along. I wanted to go over some of the resources that are available to you as we figure out AP Classroom. It's really important that you guys get familiar with this as much as you can. That way you know it for next year for those of you taking other AP classes. This is available on the AP Classroom website. I think you guys have a help bar. You can do this. But I'll also post it on Schoology because it's a PDF. Okay. All of the AP Classroom screens are accessible by phone or tablet. So if that's what you're using, like an iPad or even your phone, that is totally fine. I want to show you though the classroom homepage. Okay, so we already know how to log in ideally because we've been working on that before. If you still cannot log in, you need to email me like ASAP. If you are taking more than one course, you can change your course here and select the right one. So you guys obviously would select Lang. Okay. Under help, you can find whatever you need for support. So for example, if you're having trouble logging in, that help bar is going to be your best friend. You're going to be able to view information about your account, all that stuff. If you scroll down to the progress dashboard, which is number 6 that's labeled here, that can give you information about the progress that you have going through each course. We don't have much because we haven't used it very much. We've only done one real progress check or anchor assessment. Okay. And then number 8 shows you anything that's upcoming. Okay. The units, I wouldn't worry too much about that for now. What I do want you to be able to access first, and I'll touch back on the units in a second. First, I want you to be able to access your assignments. So this should show any assessments that have been assigned to you, and I have assigned you some timed writes. So what you should see on your screen when you go to your assessments tab, you should see these. Okay, because I've already given you these. These were printed out. I gave you these online. And then these ones were assigned to you after we went to remote learning. So if you notice, for example, we have one on the 31st. There's the 6th period. There's the 8th period. 45 minutes, etc., etc. We have one on the 8th. And then we have one on the 14th. Okay. And that's what you'll see on your assessments. And then you can begin it at the start time since all of those are timed. Okay. I haven't set up the lockdown browser for you. If I decide to do that, I will let you know and give you detailed instructions, but I'm still trying to figure out the functionality of that. So more on that later. We probably will not use the lockdown browser because it's a pain in the butt. That's all about the lockdown browser. Taking an assessment. Okay, you guys have done this before and you kind of know what this looks like, and I'll show you on the other screen. But there are lots of tools for you. The ones that I want to point out to you, you can bookmark an icon to mark the question so that you can come back to it later. Okay, that's helpful for multiple choice, obviously. So if you are doing practice multiple choice under the progress checks, that's going to be a helpful tool to you. But remember, we're not doing multiple choice on the exam this year. The skills are still important, but you don't have to worry about them for the exam. If you want to expand the question to full screen, that is number 5, so right here. You can annotate the text, marking text on the question, write notes. That's super helpful for rhetorical analysis. Okay. And then number 8 is the accessibility. You can change the view and the font and the color contrast. Okay. And then what you'll do at the very end is you hit submit. Okay. Here's how you add an annotation. Okay, so you highlight the text and using your cursor, and then select one of the 4 colors. Those are the accessibility options. I'll show you those in a second. And then what I want to show you next, I may have scrolled past it. I did. Let's go back. your home page, which is where all your assignments are. Okay, so if I've done it right, you should see this information for Lang and any of the assignments that I've given you. Okay, you won't see the register for exam because you already have. You should be able to select, for example, any of the progress checks, because I've assigned to you all of the progress checks from units 1 to 9, which means that there should be a multiple choice question progress check and a FRQ progress check, because I have, hopefully, signed all of these to you. Okay, so this is all available to you to do at any time that you want. Okay, you can do any of the progress checks or any of the multiple choice practice progress checks anytime you want. They are not for a grade, they are just for you to practice skills. Okay. The other things that you will see here as well are the assessments that I just told you about, the timed writes that are coming up. Okay. When you are doing a timed write, let's just pull up this one, because this is the GMO prompt that you guys just used. Okay, this is what it looks like. Okay, this is the teacher version, so right here you would have a submit button at some point. These are all the sources. Since this is a synthesis task, it's pretty long. You would type your response there. It allows you to italicize titles if you need to, because that's MLA format. It allows you to use quotation marks accurately. Source D. And you don't want to hit tab like I just did, right? So you don't need to paragraph break with a tab, but you do need to separate paragraphs with line breaks by just pushing enter once. Okay, so if this is me pushing enter once, it goes to the next thing. I know I'm being very nitty-gritty and specific in details, but I want to make sure that you guys are prepared. Okay. One of the reasons that I'm doing these via AP Classroom is because the exam this year will take place online, at home, or at home with you handwriting it. Up to you how you choose to do that. Either way, it's going to be somehow made secure. I don't know what that's going to look like. But we need to just kind of get in the hang of it. I know typing, not all of you are good at typing. If you have never taken typing classes before, I would suggest looking into some software. It'll save you hours of time. Okay, this is the accessibility that I mentioned. Okay, so like if we want more contrast and we need the font to be bigger, of course it's not showing up there. You hit OK, and that's what you would get. If you wanted to highlight it, you would have this option. Teachers apparently don't have this option. And then here's a little bookmark button. Okay. Pretty user-friendly as far as on your end. The hardest part about AP Classroom, honestly, is what the teachers have access to. So that's the most frustrating part. If you have questions, email me and let me know. But again, all of the progress checks for each unit have been unlocked for you. So there's Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay. So, for example, I have it assigned to you, and it should be unlocked. Okay. I think that's about all I have for an update here. Hopefully this is helpful for you. Hopefully it doesn't overwhelm you. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. I just want to make sure you have all the information that you need. And I'm trying to take it incrementally as much as I can because I know you guys have a lot of information coming at you. I want you to take a deep breath. Hold for 4, 2, 3, 4. And exhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Unclench your fist, unclench your shoulders, relax your neck and head, move it side to side. I can't do this very well because I'm so tense, my neck is locked up. And shake those shoulders out. Okay, You're going to be fine. We're going to go through this together. I know it feels like it's kind of a mess, but that's all right. Okay? I will talk to you guys soon. There are going to be some video lessons and lectures coming up. I want to talk a lot about rhetorical analysis and argument, and I'm going to do some sort of live, some recorded lessons for you so that you can access those at any time that you need. If a more live model of lessons would be helpful for you, let me know. We can arrange some small group instruction, or I can make it available to the whole class and just have people come if they can. But look for a survey, like a Google form coming from me soon that will ask you what you guys need from me. Also, I want to remind you that I post a lot of resources on my Twitter. So one thing that you should keep an eye out for is anything that I retweet from AP for students. Okay, so like today there's an AP Lit review, and yesterday I posted, kind of late in the game, but I still posted it, this video that the College Board put out about rhetorical analysis. And she did a really good job. She analyzes a really difficult prompt. It's a Q2, so rhetorical analysis, and it's the Abigail Adams prompt that I was going to plan on doing with you guys as a class, but here we are. So you can use this in lieu of that, because this is kind of what we were going to do together. We were going to go through it together, analyze it, annotate it, talk about potential thesis statements and précis statements and all of that. So she kind of did exactly what I was going to do. So why reinvent the wheel? If she already did it, I'll just share it with you guys. So I'll put this link on Schoology as well. But anytime that there's something live going on, I try to tweet it as quickly as I can. And if I can, I'll add it to an update on Schoology. It's just that there are so many things, so much information coming at me. I'm trying to keep it as concise as possible for you without overwhelming you, but also making sure you have access to everything that you need or want. Also upcoming will be some sample synthesis tasks. I just finished grading and scoring all of them. They are in IC. I put them as a score out of 6. So you know where you fell on the rubric, and it's not calculated in your grade. So it is not affecting your grade at all. I just wanted you guys to see what you got, okay? The next thing that's going in the grade book will be your synthesis projects. Those are going to be for a grade because they were completed before break, and they are, I want to give you guys points for that. I think that's all for an update. Miss you guys. I miss being in the classroom with you. I miss learning from you and with you. I miss laughing with you and making fun of you. Obviously, this is not why I became a teacher, to sit in front of my computer and talk to myself. So just know that if you're struggling, I am right there with you. It's hard to teach and have a 9-month-old at the same time. As much as I love being home with them, I do really miss my second home, which is room 215. So stay healthy, stay safe. There's a stay-at-home order for Douglas County, actually for all of Colorado. So please, please take it seriously. There are people's lives at stake here who are immunocompromised and who are have autoimmune disorders like myself. So please just be careful, but show love to one another in the best ways that you can. See you guys soon.